All right, first and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh. This your name is Othman, son of Mashak, Yahweh Shah, with what we call Jesus Christ, Shabbat, Shabbat, Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh. I will come here week in and week out to teach the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, as they are true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. I was also prophesied that downfall is wicked king of Babylon, aka America. Because the white man is destroyed, and put his philosophy and his doctrine into the minds of the so-called black Hispanic Native Americans. That is why the Most High put us into this captivity, because we are hearkening to other gods and to other people that we not to be hearkening to. Give me Isaiah. Do that. All right, so the Most High has put certain laws and rules here for us. So it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression. And shew my people their transgression. Verse 9, and shew the people the shame that they are committing. But in the house of Jacob their sin. House of Jacob their sin. So do that, Proverbs 13. Sorry, verse 1. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1. A wise son heareth his father's instruction, or his corner heareth not rebuke. He said, a wise son hears his father's instruction, right? So us, as the children of the Most High, we are here to follow the Most High's instruction. because He has set this up for us to listen to, or because it makes us prosper. All right. When you go through history, it shows that when we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we have a kingdom. We have power. We have dominion over the nation. All right. But a scorner does not listen to rebuke, right? He doesn't listen to correction. He doesn't listen to instruction. When the father tells him to do something, he denies you, like, no, I just want to do what I want to do. That's what the last Americans is doing right now. They're saying, I want to work. They're saying, I want to go out on Saturday. They're saying this, they're saying that. They're doing everything that the Most High is telling them not to do. Because they are scorners. They are people. Okay? Man should eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but those that transgressor should eat violence. Book of Proverbs chapter 13, verse 2. Man should eat good by the fruit of his mouth. The man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth. What does that mean? So, basically, let's see. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth. Things that you're doing, or it's like you're cashing out fruit. Like we come out here and we teach the Most High people. We show the commandments of the Most High. When people come in and they prosper and they keep the commandments, that's our fruit. But the fruit that you fill out, right? Go ahead. But the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. He that keep his mouth, keep his life. Verse 2. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth. When you speak good words to people and you don't speak of wickedness, like it talks about wickedness, we talk about the teachings about the new man, how you're supposed to talk and everything. So that's that good fruit that come out of that. Okay? Go ahead. But the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. But the soul of the transgressor shall eat violence. All right, the things that you're doing, the wickedness that you're doing, you're going to reap that violence. You're going to reap that wickedness that you're putting out there. All right? The way you talk is who you attract. Okay? Or birds of feathers flock together. So if you're wicked and you're around wicked people, nothing's going to happen to you but wickedness. Okay? Keep going. Verse 3. He that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. That keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. A lot of people die because they don't know how to conversate. They have no civil, they have nothing civil about them. Okay? They have no morale. All right, go ahead. So he that opened wide his lips shall have destruction. He that open wide his lips shall have destruction. Okay, you're going to get destroyed by the things that you speak. All right, when you don't speak the righteous things that the Most High is put here for you, are you going to get destroyed? Because the Most High has already put things that you're already supposed to speak. Go ahead. Verse 4. The soul of the sluggard desires and have nothing. The soul of the sluggard desires to have nothing. So when you're a sluggard and you're just slothful, you don't do anything, you desire what you want. You desire that car, you desire that chain, you desire that watch, but you're not going out to do nothing for it. An actual sluggard desires to get across the road. You don't need to get ran over or stomped by a horse and trod on, or you just got shot. You're sluggish, you're going to desire something, but you're not doing nothing into it. All right? You desire everlasting life, and that's why we come out here week in and week out. It's a so-called black Native American. All right? We desire that everlasting life. Go ahead. But he that open and wide but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. The soul of the diligent shall be made fat. All right? The person that's going out there every day doing the work, doing what he needs to do, doing what he wants to do. All right, his soul is going to be fat. All right, he's going to get everything that he wants. All right, because he goes out there and he does the work. All right, and you see the thing. This is not even talking about you keep the law or something like that. This is just basic life instruction. All right, that's life instruction. The Most High is telling you already that, hey man, if you want something, you gotta work for it. The Most High has been telling you that. That's why the Bible is, you don't need nothing else but the Bible to show you how you're supposed to live life. You don't need the Quran. You don't need some spiritual book. You don't need no person to read the poems for you. Just listen to the Most High God. The Most High God put his word here to put the prophets here to come and teach you about the things that you're supposed to do. Go ahead. Verse 5. A righteous man hated lying, but a wicked man is looked from and cometh to shame. A wise man hated lying, or he hated the person that lies, and he hated the person that's real deceitful, or in his judgment that doesn't make any sense. Right? Go ahead. Verse 6. Righteousness keepeth him that is upright in the way, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Wickedness is always going to overthrow the sinner. All right? But the righteous in his righteous way, he's going to oppose it. Or he's going to stand in the way. He's going to fight through adversity. He's going to go through every stumbling block. All right? But the wicked, he's going to fall. All right? Because he's sitting. He has no one there to help him. But the righteous have someone there. It's the Most High God. All right, go ahead. There's that making himself rich, yet have nothing. There is those that make themselves rich but have nothing, right? You got people that go out there, they're rich, have the fancy cars and everything, but they don't have a soul, right? Good. There's that making himself poor, yet have great riches. There's that making themselves poor that have great riches. They have a mind. Are the people that don't got all those fancy cars and iPhones and everything? Those are people that's their riches. Or just like it talks about in Revelation 2 and 9. Or the Most High knows our works and our tribulation, but we are rich. Or we are spiritually rich. We are rich people. All right? But the ransom of a man's life are his riches, but the poor here is not reviewed. The light of the righteousness rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked. So, the book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 7. Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry, and that the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, is it not to give thy bread to the hungry? Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry? Or is it not good to talk your knowledge, the knowledge that you know of the Most High, the knowledge that you know of his heritage and his nationality? You have to speak that to the hungry. The hungry is the people that you see that don't have that knowledge. The people that are wicked, the people you see someone, you see a brother walking down the street, going to the tree, you go look at, hey brother, you know that's wrong, right? You know who you are, and then you're a Hebrew Israelite, you're a royal people. That's that bread that you're casting to the hungry. Go ahead. If you give thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him. Thou seest the naked, thou cover him. What does the naked mean? That means he doesn't have the balls, he's not keeping the balls naked. And you have to cover him, you have to cover with that balls, the balls that all right, go ahead. When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. Thy glory, no, the glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. And man is known for his fruit. When you cover that person that is naked with the law, statutes, commandments, you're fighting trying. You're shining that light that the Most High gave you. We all know that song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. The light right here. This is the light that was shining upon the nation. All right. Uh, I like this part right here when it says that thou cover him and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh. Right? Don't hide yourself from your own people. That's your own flesh. You're not talking about yourself. That's not you all the time. They hide. What what privilege is a man to keep his own knowledge? More irritated, but you know what I'm saying? What privilege is to hold all that knowledge in? And not shit. Not This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have work. Show me thy faith without thy work, and I will show thee my faith by my work. Hey, the prophet said, I'm going to show you my faith with my work. All right? But he said, hey, you show me your faith without thy work. Okay, go ahead. Verse 19. Thou believe that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. And he said, okay, cool. All right, let's break this down. Let me quarterback. This is the problem. Let me quarterback this. You say there's one God. All right, hey, that's good. All right, you do it. Devils also believe in one God. And they tremble. So what is the difference between you and you saying you believe in God and the devils that they say they believe in God? What's the difference? The difference is me, I do my works and I have the faith. If you don't do your works, just like these other devils, man. These devils say they believe in God and everything, but they don't do the works. But verse 20, but without no obey man, that faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. You have the faith, you have all the faith in the Lord. You can say, oh yeah, God, without it, real, coming back to saving people. But if you're not doing the works that the Most High that you believe, that God that you believe in, you're not doing the works that you say to do, then your faith is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. You're not doing it. All right? Verse 21. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar? Hey, Isaac offered his own son up upon the altar because the Most High was testing him. He didn't really offer him, but he was about to because the Most High was testing him. Go ahead. Seest thou how faith wrought with his work, and my work was faith made perfect? Abraham's work made his faith perfect. It's not out his faith. All right, that the reason, the point that he was about to do that is what made his faith come out. All right, that's verse 23. And the scripture was fulfilled, which says, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called a friend of God. Yea, he then, how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. Man is justified by his work. All right? Man is justified that you believe the Most High. No one else is by his work. The Most High laws. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 25. Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore that thou hast not. This is Sirach, chapter 3, verse 25. Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge that profess not the knowledge, therefore, that thou hast not. Without eyes, are you gonna want light? If you're blind, you're gonna want to see. All right. And, profess not the knowledge, therefore thou profess not the knowledge, therefore that thou hast not. Oh, profess not knowledge. Yeah, don't profess not to knowledge that you don't have. Don't be presumptive and acting like you know something when you don't. All right. That, so, hold that. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing out there? You know, gotta ask people these days, man. You know what I'm saying? How good they do. You know what I mean? It's always good to say somebody beefing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? How you doing today, bro? And that's what's up. I mean, stuff is hard enough as it is. You know what I'm saying? Brother won't go home, kick his feet up, drink a beer, eat a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing. Hey, I like my wine. You know what I'm saying? I go home, chill, eat a little bit, then shot. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We just chill and get there from the Rock, chapter 30, starting 33, and verse 25. Without eyes, thou shalt want light. Confess not the knowledge, therefore thou hast not. So that light is just the wisdom. And don't you say right here, brother? What you hold the KJV right now? KJV. And the reason why I ask you that is because you keep order, we always have everybody come on here. And you cool though, you cool. You didn't say no. We just keep in order. Just keep in order. You look like a man of order, so I was just like, that's what's up. Yeah, that's order, baby. Say it again. Without eyes, thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore, thou hast not. So, hey, without eyes, you're going to want light, right? So imagine going through this life not knowing a damn thing. And that's what I wanted to come out. Because people go through life not knowing nothing at all. Like her on the corner, this Italian lady. She she keeps saying everything in the world, but she has not. She's blind as hell. We keep telling her the truth all the time that all Caucasian people gonna bow to us in the future. But she has no eyes to see that the white man and white woman and child have not been judged yet. They have not been judged yet. The white man and white woman and child have been causing havoc all through the earth for the past 2,000 years and haven't been judged yet. But their judgment is coming up. Their kingdom is falling. Their kingdom is falling. And they blind as hell. And they giving everybody information. They telling everybody everything that they want to hear. But you don't have eyes. How the hell do you want light? I don't get why you want light, man. You blind. You blinded yourself. And the bad part of it, you like to speak on things you know not. That's called being presumptuous. Presumptuous shit. Thinking about something you know not. You just want to sit up there and talk and sound wise. A person that sits there and sound wise, and then when you question them, they start to stutter. But you don't know what you're talking about. So instead of addressing the question at hand, they want to move the goalpost and change the subject to the topic. Give me that in Isaiah 87. I gotta bring that out. Stay right there. Stay right there where you were. Yeah. Isaiah 57. Um, like Isaiah chapter 56, verse 11. They are greedy dogs, but you can never have enough. They are shepherds that can understand. Hey, the white man pushes a thing that's called the 501c3. Now, I'm not going to say everybody that holds a 501c3. I'm not going to say that because a lot of people use that 501c3 in good faith. They do. They use that 501c3 in good faith. A 501c3 is when the church does not pay taxes. No churches out here pay taxes. But when these churches, they use, I'm going to say majority of these churches and congregations that use the 501c3, the Bible tells them to speak out against the government. But if they spoke out against the government, that 501c3 will flip over. And then they have to pay taxes. That's right. Yeah, the church is supposed to speak against the government, thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Holy Bible. I mean, what they doing wrong? Yeah. What they doing wrong? What they teaching us that is wrong? That is not according to what God said. I mean, this man that created this earth made rules. Exactly. How come they ain't what? Exactly. This I'm gonna show you. This is why. Read. This is why the church is not doing it. Read. Yeah, they are greedy. Start from 8, Bible teacher. 8. The Lord God would gather the outcasts of Israel, saying, "Yes, will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him? All ye beasts of the field, come to devour. All ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind. They're all ignorant. They're all dumb dogs. They're all his watchdogs. They are dumb. They are ignorant. They are all dumb dogs." All these pastors in the church, that's what the Most High is talking about. He's calling them dumb dogs. Dumb dogs. Read. Exactly. Watch it. They cannot break. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down. They can't even bark. You know why they can't bark? Because that 501c3 got them by their neck. They don't want to lose that money. They don't want to lose that money, bro. Exactly. They don't want to lose that money. Exactly. Keep going. Yeah, there are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And there are shepherds that cannot understand. Hey, Creflo Dollar. What's his name? What's the other pastor's name? They got that $200 million jet. No, that's the snake. So it's Creflo Dollar. Creflo Dollar got the jet. We connect the devil to Bible speaks of. The devil. Hey, devil just means liar and deceiver. No. Wrong. Right? Almost. I will agree with you to a certain point, but no, before you say that, right? So not on the last thing you said, but let me make a point real quick. Uh, it, it, it's in the law. Like I want you to Google it. Yeah. So finish reading that. Oh, it's all good. Keep going. Verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with come ye what? Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day. The angel is saying that these pastors say, come ye, say that. They saying come, the pastor saying come with us. We're going to get a lot of wine, all right? And we're going to do a lot of things. We're going to do these things. And tomorrow shall be as this day and much more abundant. So they're saying, come on, we're going to make some money off of it. The Most High already called them dumb dogs that cannot bark. They love laying down to slumber. They love doing it. All right, read that real quick. Hold that, don't.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 9. Lying now one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
And you would think going to a church that the pastor has put off his old deeds, but he has not. The Most High called them dumb dogs that cannot bark. They cannot warn you. You know, you got a dumb dog in your house that's not going to bark. That's why we know Louis smart, because he's in the house barking. We got to ask for a dog that barks. That's what I'm saying. A dumb dog won't bark. A dumb dog will just sit there. The robber comes in the house and he'll look at him and watch him pass by. That's what the pastors do. And everybody's seen on all these little white movies. The dog will come in, or the robber will come in, and the dog will go over there and lick him to death. All day. That's what they'll do. That's what I'm saying.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as God. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man ministers, let him do it as the ability which God giveth.
So basically, don't overdo it. Don't be presumptuous. As God give you understanding, speak with that. He gave you enough understanding to speak with what He gave you. All right? Don't go off the oracles. The oracles is just the law. That's the oracles of God. The oracles is just the law. But speak is what the Most High has given you. And a lot of people go out here and be like, God loves everybody. And the Bible will tell you different. The Bible will tell you God don't love everybody. If you actually read it, it says it plainly. In the Bible and the scripture, God says He doesn't love everybody. Period. If God doesn't like one nation, that just proves you saying God doesn't like everybody. If God says He doesn't like these other people beside the other nation that He said He didn't like, that just proves what you said God does not like everybody. He don't love everybody. But stop it. He created one people to be on the top and the other people to be on the bottom. Come up here and inquire of the nation that He chose to be on the bottom and the nation that He chose to be on top. Because contrary to belief and contrary to the Bible, you have been taught wrong, you have been told wrong, and you have been lied to. So when we prove to you that you've been lied to, you then have to go to those people and tell them that you are breaking commandments of the Most High God. You are breaking the law, the oracles of God. You are not ministering to the power that He gave you. All right, go to 7. He gave 7, Bible goes down. It's Isaiah 58, verse 7. Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry? There again. Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry? One more time. Is it not to give thy bread with the hungry? Is it not good to give thy bread to the hungry? People come up, we feed them spiritually. The brother came up, he inquired. He creeped over his ear, he inclined his ear, he heard something. We are dealing with him, we are giving him wisdom. That's that bread. We are feeding this brother the best way he can, but hey, he's here with otherwise. All right, go ahead. And that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house, and bring the poor that are cast out to thy house. That brother right there was very poor. He was poor and cast out, man. What's going on, brother? How y'all doing today, man? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? What's your name, brother? How y'all doing? Why y'all got black tape? I'm about to tie somebody up, huh? No, you know what? I went to a horror movie? You know what? I'm talking about the African show. The people. Remember that people over here? Like, I went to a lot of people. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. We don't win a lot of places. There's a lot of people. I already got to take the picture. we was down there going hard. We was down there going hard, boy. And we was going to get everybody down there. We ain't happy. All that talk about you finna feed us up and telling you the truth. That's your fault that you don't like it. That ain't my fault. But what's going on, man? What's going on? What is it about? Okay. Okay, Passion. I want to explain what we want, what we believe. Okay. 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 Can I ask you about number one? I'm not going to say that, but hey, if you believe it, you're self. You got to stand on your square what you believe in, right? So if you can stand up to me, you got to stand up to anybody. I'm just saying, iron sharpens iron. So we want peace, dignity, and the right to build a prosperous life through our own labor and in our own interest. Why? Why do we deserve that? We do believe. I believe that. I believe that. We want the right to economic development and creative and productive employment to promote the needs and well-being of our entire. Have you read that to me before? So read that to me real quick. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 4. It gives fertility to the simple of the woman. Verse 3. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and justice and equity. It gives fertility to the simple, to the love and knowledge of Christ. Fertility is understanding. Understanding is wisdom is wisdom is knowledge, knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and truth. Science, science, you know, knowledge, knowledge. Science. A lot of people like to call it the Bible correct in the Latin. That's all it means, correct. But you can monetize the Bible. Man, that's the Bible, but they read that. You know what I'm saying? I read. When I say I read, I went through, I looked up, I don't know how many vocabulary words, how many names, I went through them. Why? So I can come out here to say, hey, y'all didn't really do that. That screwdriver that was invented to put that screw in the wall, it was used to kill it. But it was only invented to fix it. That's it. So when like say if I was like, all right, cool, I wanna be down with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wanna come over here and sit there and have some meetings and talk. And blah, blah. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions that are pertinent to what's important to us as a whole. All right, I gotta say something. We want peace. I'm not gonna come to you telling I want peace. Exactly. Right. Hold up. What's revolution to you? And that's just the dictionary revolution. Or a lot of people have their own. Like I asked this for edification. Is it system, thick bubble, or is it a okay? When I had to ask that, was a lot of people were like, fuck this shit. I'm like, hold up. Who built the damn system? Can we say fuck them first? We gotta say fuck them first. They forefathers built it. I mean, we gotta take these words away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on what, it depends on the affirmation you're talking about. You know what I mean? I would not consider every person over there in so-called Africa, which I know is not Africa. You know, I know it's not. It was named after a white priest, and we all speak those Afrikaans. So we gotta take that and throw that shit away too. If we don't do it right, we gotta do it right. Why not call it the original name? Why we gotta do something else our forefathers did too? If our forefathers did call it something else, why do we gotta come along and change it? That's all I'm saying. It's like we gotta give our kids a heritage. A heritage, give them back their language, give them back their inheritance, everything, because we have an inheritance. That's what I'm saying. We have an inheritance. You would agree to that without even going here. We have an inheritance. Every young man and every young lady has an inheritance. Well, so I can read it. I gotta read. I gotta edify people. So. Okay. 2011 is we want the U.S. and the International European ruling class and states to take Africa and African people for the centuries of genocide, oppression, and enslavement of our people. So it was the European ruling class and states. Who's the state? For the plural. Who's the state? Just for clarification. And we can take our land back. So we have our land back, and we were there in Europe before this. We ruled Europe way before they got here. The Ottoman Empire, Byzantine Empire, we were there first. When you go over there in Europe, they got little bars and hugs with little black people, the black face right above the pubs and everything else. So if we don't ask for that, we got to say, hey, get the hell out of our land too. We can't just go and ask for a little piece of it. We got to get the whole pot. I'm just saying, it takes a set of balls. It takes a set of balls to that, but it takes a set of balls to up in their face. It's just like, hey, I'm reasoning with you. It's cool. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But we asking for this, and we also like to tell about our land. Okay, cool. You know, those are that is, I like to put the most high here with us, and that, you know what I'm saying? With us. Read that real quick. The rock, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. Hold on, I don't think you heard me. Never trust thine enemy. But like that iron rushes, so is his witness. Like iron rushes, so is his witness. Like you got a iron door right there, right? You're doing rush, you know this, right? That's how they go. Why make that iron book? He will sure rush. That means he's going to be with you. You just don't see it. Watch it. And this is what the Bible teaches us. So we humble themselves and go crouching, yet take good heed, So we humble themselves. Don't they do it all the time? Hey, how you doing? How you doing today, man? Can I get you something to drink? Can I do something for you today? And you be so want to be cool with them, like, man, I just don't want to be a dickhead to you today, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, don't come crouching, take heed. Watch this.
And beware of it. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst white a looking glass.
You know, like a glass door foggy. That's how they are because you don't know what they're coming with, which spirit they're coming with. So it's like unclear until you actually reach out and wipe it off. Now I see where you're going with this, right? Growing up, who had white friends? Growing up, you had white friends? Watch this. This is going to speak on them really, real well. Right?
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee.
What?
Set him not by thee.
So, you know,
Lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
woo! Because when he overthrow you, we're going to stand up in your place. And we have white friends that did that, right? They act more black than you do. Same thing happened in North American Indians. They act like they're your friends. And all they want to do is to take your place. You had all the females. You had all the females calling you everything. You had the little white homie. And once you started getting a little popularity among the females, you stood up in your place. That's what happened to us. That's what happened to us in Europe. That's what happened to us in Russia. That's what happened to us in Germany. That's what happened to us in Ireland. All those damn lands, that's what happened to us. Because we kept being friends. We kept doing it. But the Bible says don't do that. Leave them the hell alone. Leave them the hell alone. Well, I'm not done. I'm not going to make a point real quick. Make no point real quick. I just want to share those things. So go back to Isaiah 3:37. I think. Go ahead.
No. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou hast last remembered my words, and be strict therewith.
And that's what we don't. That's what we don't want to do. It's to the point where we pick on people's words and say that. Hey, well, I told you, don't do that. And in order to do that, you need Numbers 1 and 2. In order to do that, you got to find out who's your actual president. How do you determine nationality? It has to be 5 rules in every place. It has to be 5 rules. Man. You got to have rules. You got to stick to them. You don't break them for no damn body. All the time. I call the cop. And it's my son's now. Okay, we can do one last one. We can do one last one, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 58:7. It is not to give thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him.
And that's what we do. We see the naked, the people that don't have the wisdom, and we cover them with wisdom. Read.
And that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh.
And not that we hide ourselves from our own flesh, our own people. We don't hide from our own people. They come against us, they buck their head against us, and they yell at us, like that brother said right there. When they met us, people was coming at us hard. But hey, we stood up against them and proved to them what they was talking about was not wise. It was just not wise. Everybody has to, every nation is going to click up with themselves with these race wars that's coming. And you can give me 16 real quick. Because it's about to happen. Now that things is going back to the way they was, and the Bible already prophesied it like everything else. It's going to be race war. It's going to be crazy as hell. It's going down. Yeah. It's going down. And whoever is caught not with their people, whoever is caught with another nation that is not their people, the Most High said they will be thrust through. And women will be ravished because you're not sticking with your own people. Everybody going back to their own land. People going back to China. All right, y'all, brother. And this is, I wish the brothers were still up here, because this is where I want to get to them in these last days. But yeah, they couldn't handle it, bro. Spirit, it's the spirit. It's something that they don't believe in, but what I was showing them was very pertinent. It was very accurate to what they're doing. What they were saying on their papers, we want. We want. Begging. Begging. Yeah, they begging, bro. Anything good is bad. It was just begging. On the paper, we're saying we want this and we want other countries. I don't want you to give me shit back. We can't do everything. Our king and our God is sending our king to us, and we can't do everything. I'm not going to sit here and say we want. We're going to take it by force. Just like they took it from us, we're going to take it back from you. And that's what I was saying, is the leadership. And that's what I was really trying to point out to, is the leadership, bro. Who's in leadership to make sure nobody gets in there? Nobody gets in there that don't belong in there. And that's our problem right there. We always letting our enemies in there, man. They got the wrong people thinking that it's the damn people in there, and they gonna turn their back against him. It's just insane. Come on. Always. What's going on, man? Where you from? Nationality what? Romania, huh? Hey, I know. I heard some stories about that place. I heard some stories about that place. Chapter 13, verse 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. And it says, for strong is the right hand in the Torah portion. In the book of Numbers, it's talking about his right hand was strong. It's talking about the destruction. It's talking about the strength of it. It's going to say it's like an arrow. Go ahead. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth, is destruction exactly the end of time. All right, go ahead. The end of the world. Behold, the plagues are the end of the world or world? End of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out to consume the foundation of the earth. What's the foundation of the earth? It's this doctrine, this blind. It's going to consume it. The fire is going out to test it. It's testing everybody. The fire is going out testing everybody. When the Bible is talking about fire, most of the time it's talking about testing somebody. Think not this fire, thinking not straight at this fire. The fire is going out. You're about to be tested. All right? Like as an arrow, which is shot out of an mighty archer, you turn it not back. So you can turn it not backwards. Even so, the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Your prayers is not going to cause these plagues to come back. He's not going to say, okay. I believe you. You guys are in. I'm going to take the plagues away from amongst you. And that's what happened to the rebels that were going up against Moses and Aaron, right? Moses told Aaron to hurry up and get the incense and burn them in there and take them amongst them. But by the time he got there, it was like 14,000 people that got. But ain't nobody here got a sense. Nobody here got sense. Ain't nobody got no incense to burn for you. Nah, these arrows will not return. Go ahead. All right. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Beginning of sorrow is the great mourning, and the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and the powers shall not stand in fear. He said, woe is me, destroyed I am. Who will deliver me in those days? He's telling you he's going to be in these days. Who's going to deliver me in these days? All right, go ahead. The beginning of evil. What shall I do with these evils when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague tribulation and anger are sent as scourges or as business. Say what's going these plagues that's coming, he's naming off these plagues that are going to come, these scourges. What's going to be one of these scourges? These white boys walking up and down the street, shooting y'all at. These white boys are about to come through this place on a rampage. That's right. Y'all keep thinking these white boys are nice. These white boys that be on YouTube talking about they ready to get y'all, they ready to get you. And the Most High gonna let them loose on you. Because y'all are hard-headed as hell. If you don't listen, you think you know every damn thing. And you don't. You really think you read the Bible. You crazy as hell. Y'all don't read the Bible. You look at it. And you put it on the table. You open it and you carry it to church and never open it when you go to church. Your kids can't even quote 13 precepts out of here. Yeah, man, well, you know what makes me real mad at tonight's game? They be reaching the back across the plate like a superstition. Yeah, like not like a cross, but just like a superstition. Don't do that. Don't put your bat across the plate like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a superstition thing. No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking, but I saw you do it. Don't do that. It begins to be coveted. It begins to be coveted. Don't explain. We're not going into it. But I'm just talking about maybe walking up to a plate like this. I'm like, yeah, stop that. That is not no thing. But besides, and you got some, you know, like the Barnett put the bat across the plate like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was about to do the cross on the play. I really did. I was like, I hope he ain't about to do that. The water, Yahweh. I like the water. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get to a point where it's like, if you don't do it, you're not going to back. Yahweh God, my life. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good and deep upon earth that they teach themselves to be in hate. Even then shall evil grow upon earth. Sword, famine, and great sword, famine, and great. These victuals, these things, these stores, cars, everything is about to be so cheap. Everybody going to think they can stay in a good case. Oh, we winning. We winning. Everything cheap now? Oh, we winning. Well, watch what happens. Hey, if the mask thing just fell off, watch what else falls off. Go ahead. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So, you're going to have some that escape the famine, but some of those that escape the famine still going to get destroyed. So, just because you think you're escaping the famine, that you good. So everything that you did through the famine, like, hey, y'all, we got through the famine, and you still sin, and you still get destroyed. That means, hey, just because you ain't going to die over it. That means you got to get into it, you got to get through this, then get through that. There's trials and tribulations until things happen. A lot of things are going to happen. And everybody just got to understand that. But if you don't read the scriptures, you don't know what's going to happen. Everybody got to stay wise. Bro, like, hey, prophecy, hey, bro, we didn't do the family, but we still got to get through that too. Still got to get through it. Verse 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. There shall be no man to support them, for the earth shall be wasted. Talking about everybody going to be there to pray for them. Pray for the dead. Hey, if you ever been, like when you get off on Imperial Avenue off the 805, you go right, and you got the Jackie Robinson wine chair right there, that cemetery that's over there. Did you ever see all those black caskets that's over there? Oh, yeah, man, about 2 years ago, they had about thousands of caskets. Amongst thousands of caskets. We just looked at yeah, she's like to put some bodies up there. Go ahead. There should be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The great shall write, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For of the city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the fields which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the city in the clash of rocks. So the only people that are going to be left are the prophets. That's it. That's it. The only one that's going to be left is the prophets and the people that got under the prophets. And they didn't say that there's going to be people around it. Because you may be a prophet or you may be a brother that don't get those wives in that day. That they tweet. Maybe a brother don't get no wives. They never said everybody's going to get a bunch of wives. It may not be your test. Everybody got different tests. Some of you got one. You know what I'm saying? I got one. I'm good. It's called, what's that? Rod, what is that? Yes, rod discipline. Hey, every Israelite brother got rod discipline because we don't go out no more being hormones. So we have to learn rod discipline. For these brothers that don't think you got rod, that's rod discipline, brother. The fact that you ain't not, that's discipline when we can. So the game we got now, boy, is ferocious. The game the most high, the game they gave us, you have no idea. It's ferocious, though. And I'm not trying to draw myself into this thing with anything. That's rod discipline, brother. Rod discipline. Go ahead. 29. As in the orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them. Yeah. 28. For the city shall be 10 left, and 2 of the fields which shall hide themselves in the thick grove and in the clash of rocks. Talking about those that be at work will hide themselves at work. Okay? As an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. That's how the people are going to be. About those olives that be on the tree, and imagine none of them there are going to be 3 left. That's how it's going to be with the people. And all the olives on the tree, go out there, you see all the olives on the tree, and all of a sudden there's only 3 left. You're like, damn, they all got knocked off. And then, but the thing is, you're going to shoot dead bodies laying everywhere. Nobody's going to be able to find those bodies. Nobody's going to put them away. So you're going to be walking outside from the dead bodies everywhere. That's what's going to happen. But imagine that, oh, you guys at all. Like, hold on. If nobody's going to support the body and pray for the people and bury them, where are they going to be at? They're going to be in the house knocked off, shoot melt away. Hey. Why the bird is right here going to be burning, bro. They're going to be splattered all over the concrete out here. And the store's going to be looted and burnt up. Then he's going to be in there cooking fries and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be making egg omelets. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they ain't going to be alive. All those olives on that tree going to be stoned. Go ahead. Or whenever the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that they will be keep through. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be searching these houses with our sword. So that means we ain't going to be in the house at all times, right? So we ain't going to be in the house at all times. What if we do have people that are over there at the house? What do we need? Communicate. We need to communicate back and support. Except we got to make sure we have everything. We got to be able to talk, respond, and have a sword. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and the waves and all the paths shall grow full of thorns. It's telling you what's going to happen. And the field shall wax old. How long does it take for the field to wax old? It's about a couple of months, a little over, or a little longer, because that season is not being picked. And they're going to just rot out and everything all over the ground and everything. And the field is going to wax old. That means the dirt, the plants are going to start dying. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be about what time? It's just gifted. It's gifted. Go ahead. Not saying we know the time, but we just saying what's going to be happening. Go ahead. Verse 33. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helper. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. So these women, they have no husband. Where are they going now? So that time that you are earning your right to get to the famine, then you get to get after the famine, and go and search in all these houses. By that time, there's going to be women that have no husband. There's going to be women having no husband at this time. We're going to have to be built to go through all of that. Got to get in the truth, bro. Got to be ready. Okay? If you're not ready, you're going to lose a lot of weight walking around. And if you walk around, be prepared to be ducking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? When it's done in your hand. Real is, bro. Going in the buildings tactically, hitting the corners tactically, going through there. You know what I'm saying? Having your ammunition in the phone, so it won't be like everywhere. Go ahead. And their husband shall perish a famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Say, listen, ye servants of the Lord. Listen, read. Behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the God of whom the Lord speaks. So the word of the Lord receive it. Right? The word of the Lord is, if the word of the Lord receive it, right, that means it's going to go up. And it's going to be heard and receive it. All right, go ahead. Behold, the plagues are nigh and are not slack. And when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack nigh and over. And he's telling you right now, he's reverencing the things that are going to happen like a woman in travail. That's how he's reverencing everything. He said, this is how things are going to come. Like a woman in birth and birth pain. You know how you hear it, say, oh, and it's a hard one? That's what's going to happen. She's going to go crazy. And then she's going to calm down, right? So when it calms down, you move. When things calm down, you move. When things get crazy, you stand still and you watch out. When things calm down, you move. Okay? 39. Even so shall not the plague be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come on every side. We'll stop there. You can play things here. You can mind some good tips. And with that, we give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, King Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Yahweh Yahweh Chut. Run. Glory.